Hello guys, this is Spyderrock and welcome back to another channel update video. Today I want to talk to you guys about some interesting news regarding my channel, including multiple new add-on packs, new add-ons, and more. Before we really get into this, I would like to say that as of when I'm recording this, we are almost at 10,000 subscribers. We may be at 10,000 by the time that I release this video. I don't know, but I do have a special plan, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's hop right into this. So what I'd like to talk about here, which is possibly the most important or biggest thing I'm going to be talking about here, is that I am going to try to make a large add-on pack with a bunch of community add-ons, and I need you guys' help. So I'm of course going to go and contact a bunch of add-on creators and see if they're up for the task of, helping me, or at least like letting me use their add-on in this pack. I want to make like a big like Feed the Beast style, like a bunch of add-ons from a bunch of people and a bunch of creators, but I also want to include a bunch of smaller add-ons, just things that even if it's just like one mob or one item, if it's cool and it's polished, I want to add it pretty much. So what I'm asking of you guys is, if you have made an add-on, if it's decent at all, please join my Discord. There's a link in the description, and send me a message. I might get back to you seeing if I like your add-on or not, and if I would want to add it, because I'm looking for just to add a ton of add-ons to this pack. I want it to be huge, but I don't want it to be like complete insanity. Well, I guess I kind of do, because the name I was thinking of is Mind Sanity. I'm still coming up with a name, but my goal is to put on all my packs, a bunch of packs from a bunch of other people, a bunch of add-ons, from a bunch of other people, and just generally have a ton of polished and well-made add-ons for like an ultimate survival experience with new items and bosses. So if you're interested, please send me a message and I will gladly at least check out your add-on, and possibly even let you know if I would want to add it to the pack. A couple things I should note is that I'm not going to be monetizing the pack. It's going to be completely like non-monetized. I'm not doing this for money. I just want a good add-on pack. I would of course provide full credit to all creators, and the only thing anybody would have to do is just give me permission to use their pack, and I would include it. But that brings us kind of to our next topic here, which is the other add-on pack that I'm working on, that I am actually planning on releasing very soon, because the Mind Sanity whatever, the big add-on pack I'm planning on making, probably will not be out until maybe like the end of April or the end of May or sometime then. But I am planning on making an add-on pack that adds all of this, which is just all of the 4 add-ons that I have made so far. So crazy tools, crazy weapons, more gear, and Miner's Dream. But before I release this, which I'd like to release this on Saturday or sometime next week, I want to release this pretty soon, because everything here is made, and this adds over 100 items, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's like 117 items or something like that, some number around there. And I would like to release that, but before I do, I would like to do some updates to a couple of these add-ons. So some updates that I'm going to be working on, this is what I'll be focusing on over the next week or two, is... So the first thing, I want to make a couple changes here. For crazy weapons, I want to make the Honey Sword, the Wither Blade, and the Leeching Blade all do 1 more attack damage. I feel like those are all kind of important things that I feel like I should do, since these both still do the same as a Netherite Sword, I believe, and the Honey Sword I feel like could just use 1 more, since honeycombs don't seem like they're the easiest thing to get. I also want to make the Studded Greatsword use the Strong Sweeping Blade in the recipe. I accidentally put in the regular Sweeping Blade, and I meant to put in the Strong Sweeping Blade, so that's my bad. That's just a little fix I gotta do. Also, all of the pickaxes for more gear are still incapable of mining a few different types of blocks and items, and since I have to add everyone manually, I miss over them easily, so I am planning on adding, I think some of them are coal blocks, there's ice, there's a couple like stairs and slabs that I'm still yet to add, so I do plan on fixing that. I'd also like to make Mecha Ironite for the same add-on a little bit cheaper. I feel like Mecha Ironite is a little bit too expensive when it comes to the Netherite side of things, considering the Mystic counterpart only costs 1 Mystic Shard, whereas you need the Scale, Iron, and Netherite ingots to make Mecha Ironite, so I might reduce it down to like, say, 1 Netherite ingot or something like that. I think would be fair. And then also for the Miner's Dream add-on, I plan on making Dream Dust only use 1 gunpowder instead of 3. I feel like it's a little bit too expensive now, and I know the Miner's Dream is a little bit OP even in its current state, but I feel like I've been playing a lot of like add-on survival and modded like SMPs and stuff recently, and I've been noticing that Dream Dust, even with insanely OP loot and stuff in some add-ons, is still a little bit too expensive. And this leads us to some of the new add-ons that I'm planning on making and releasing this month. So if any of you guys have been watching some of my recent streams, you will know that I've been working on a Mega Dungeons add-on that would add in enormous dungeons, and this is as best as I can do right now. So apparently there's a Minecraft bug that makes it so that structures, including, you know, some of these mega dungeons like this one here, of a certain size end up getting cut off, even if the structure, if I do like, I don't remember what the actual name of the structure is, but if I load this in with commands, it works perfectly fine. The whole structure generates there, but for some reason, when they actually spawn in, they get cut off a lot. So either I'm going to have to only include the smaller of the mega dungeons, which keep in mind, like if you look at the size of this thing, that's the maximum size they could be. Of course, I could make them as tall as I want, but they would have to be a little bit on the smaller side, at least for what I would like, which would, I think, be okay. It's not the most mega dungeon that a mega dungeon can be, but it's still pretty sizable, and I feel like that would still be fair. Either that or I'll have to wait for a Minecraft update so I can actually like be able to have dungeons that are adequately sized. If they can make an update that will fix this. So if that does end up being the case, then I'll probably go ahead and start working on the second highest voted, because I put out a poll the other day too asking if you want mega dungeons or something else, and the second highest voted thing I believe was more temples. So I might start working on that instead, but I think I will just start making some more dungeons, just make them a little bit smaller mega dungeons, maybe have them be a couple stories tall, because I mean even this still is a pretty sizable dungeon. Like it's not as big as say a stronghold or something, but it's pretty big. Another thing I'd like to mention is that when I do end up finishing my Insanity, or whatever I want to call it, the big add-on pack with a bunch of people's add-ons, I will probably make a members only, like a YouTube member with the join button and everything, a members only server for that, and I'll keep you guys updated on that, since that probably won't be for another month or two. But assuming I do that, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But anyway, some other add-ons that I'm planning on making, or at least working on this month. I want to make an add-on, I think I'm gonna call it Fixed Craft. That's just a general survival improvement add-on. I'm talking better ore generation, better loot from chests, a couple more mobs, maybe things that fit in, better loot tables. Maybe I'll make bats and villagers drop loot, things like that. Maybe some more crafting recipes, those kind of things that I feel like could just have some minor tweaks that I do plan on adding. So one thing that I want to do is maybe either increase the drop rate for whatever they're called, the wither skeleton skulls, either increase those drop rates from wither skeletons, or just make it so that you can craft them with any other mob skull, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so you can craft them with, like, say 4 blocks of coal, and a mob skull makes a wither skeleton skull. I think that would be fair. I also want to make a quest craft add-on, something that adds in like some quest vendors, essentially. Some people, like villager kind of things that you can go up to and get quests from, that will either have you go fight a mob that will be able to let you spawn in a boss that you can fight, or that will have you go, like, say collect things like, you know, bring them back diamonds and things like that. And then in exchange, you'd get like very good rewards. I just want to add some more loot for some more interesting things than say just setting up a farm or just mining. I feel like that can get kind of boring. Which, speaking of farms, I do want to make an automation add-on also at some point. This is something I've been thinking about. I don't know when this will happen, probably not this month, but I just wanted to put it out there. Something that essentially has, like, I'm thinking generator kind of things, except a little bit different, so that would like physically place random ore blocks on the block above the generator block, and then it would also have these like block breaker blocks that essentially break the blocks around them. I don't know if that's making sense, but like have, let me grab these for example. So I have this block here generating ores, which I'm gonna put this stone to be the ores, and then I'm gonna have this grass block here. So this block will be breaking the ores whenever they spawn in, and then you can have like water running through here or something. And then you've got this thing like generating the ores every second, and this thing breaking them. I don't know, something like that. And the last thing I was kind of thinking about making was like a player upgrades add-on, because I know there's already some add-ons that add in things like being able to upgrade the amount of hearts you have, but I was thinking it would be interesting to have something like that, except in increments of like say 5 hearts, and there'd be like 4 upgrades, and then you could upgrade them. It would be like a level up system in like an RPG or something, and you would be able to not only upgrade your health but also upgrade your speed. So I'm thinking like movement speed upgrades, health upgrades, just general like damage upgrades without a sword, which I'm actually messing around with right now, and I feel like that'll take a little while to figure out, but that's something I am excited to make, and I feel like that could be pretty solidly fun. Anyway, I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please join my Discord and send me a message if you do in fact have an add-on that you've made that you're interested in including in my pack. It will probably be a while until that releases. I'm going to contact a bunch of creators and stuff, but that's, I think, the most important thing for me right now. I really want that to exist. I really want a large community-driven add-on pack, essentially, that I want to make sure I have permission from everybody's add-ons, though. I've already gotten permission, I believe, from the person that made the salvage add-on that I showcased recently, and they're implementing some of my add-ons into that add-on already, and then I'm gonna include that in the pack, and I think that's gonna be really cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to here, see you guys later, and bye.